Schoola students, how are you? النهاردة إن شاء الله هنكمل Unit 5 Where do you work؟ وهناخد Lesson 2 Electricity. بس قبل ما نتكلم عن our lesson please ما تنسوش تعملوا لايك وشير للفيديو وسبسكرايب لقناة السكوله على اليوتيوب علشان تقدروا تتابعوا كل الدروس اللي فاتت واللي جاية. كمان ما تنسوش جروب الفيسبوك رابعة ابتدائي عربي ولغات مع الاسكوله، اعملوا له جوين عشان تقدروا تتابعوا اخبار جريد 4 كلها. تعالوا بقى نشوف احنا زي ما قلنا هنتكلم عن ايه النهارده، عن electricity. طبعا we use electricity every day everywhere. تمام. We can't do without electricity. So we are going to read an interview with an electrician. Electrician is the person who connects electricity to our houses, to our schools, and everywhere, even in the streets. Okay? So electricity is a very important job. طيب, I have some questions for you. So, do you think is electricity dangerous? Yes, of course. It's very dangerous and we have to be careful when we use electricity. So, how can we use electricity safely? As we said, احنا بنتعامل with electricity every day, فعشان كده لازم نكون very careful ولازم نعرف how to deal with it safely. So, never ever use electricity with wet hands, okay? You have to dry your hands first and then you can touch any device that work with electricity. Number 2, don't use broken wires. If you have any broken wires, please don't use it. It's very dangerous because you can burn yourself, okay? Or you can get an electric shock. Well, and number 3, never ever put anything in the socket. Only use plugs. Well, another question. How can we save electricity? إزاي نقدر نرشد استهلاكنا للإلكتريسيتي؟ Well, number 1, turn off the lights when you leave the room. Number 2, unplug any device that you aren't using. Okay, يعني if you are not using your computer right now, unplug it. ما تفضلش سايب الفيشة. Okay? Well, and number 3, use natural light in day. You can depend on the sunlight in day. Okay? Well, so this is what we are going to talk about today. خليكم معايا and let's start our lesson. Well, look at this picture, guys. Okay, what can you see in this picture? Great electricity. Right. Okay, so look around you. Look around you. Look around your room, around your house, even around your school, even in the streets. How many electrical things can you see? How many things around you works with electricity? Okay, I guess everything, maybe. Okay. We have TV, works with electricity, computers, laptops, chargers of mobile phones. We also have a lot of things, right? Lights. So تقريبا كل حاجة بقينا بنستخدمها uses electricity, right? In the bedroom, in the kitchen, in the bathroom, everywhere around your house, right? Okay. So, we are going to read and listen to an interview. Interview دي مقابلة between two people. One asks and the other answers. Okay? So, we are going to read an interview and listen to it so that we can answer the following questions. في كم سؤال هنعرفهم الأول، هنقراهم الأول علشان لما نسمع الانترفيو okay نطلع الإجابات بتاعت الأسئلة دي أو نبقى مركزين على إجابات الأسئلة دي. طيب, what are these questions? Let's read. Number 1, why is electricity dangerous? Electricity is dangerous, so why? Dangerous, we talked it before, not safe, خطيرة. Great. Number 2, is it easy to become an electrician? You think it's easy to be an electrician? إن حد يشتغل electrician دي حاجة easy وسهلة? Do you think so? We are going to see. Number 3, why is a broken wire dangerous. إيه هو broken wire؟ broken wire يعني بيكون سلك أوكي مش متغلف كويس بيبقى في مشكلة اللي هو بيبقى السلك مقطوع أوكي so it's very dangerous. طيب why? Well, so we are going to listen and read the interview علشان نطلع إجابات الأسئلة دي please focus. Okay? Well,
this is Amira. She is an electrician. She studied and practiced for 3 years before she became an electrician. She knows how to work safely with electricity. Tell us something interesting about electricity.
Did you know? Electricity travels faster than 300,000 kilometers per second. In a storm, we sometimes see a flash of lightning. That flash has enough electricity for 1,000 families for a year.
Is electricity dangerous?
Yes, very dangerous. If we get an electric shock, we can't control our bodies. It can also burn us. Electricity is always trying to go into the ground. It travels easily through water, and our bodies are 70% water.
How can we use electricity safely?
Never touch anything electrical with wet hands. Look, this is a broken wire. Don't use it. You can get an electric shock or start a fire. Never put anything into a socket, only use plugs.
well, now let's answer the questions that we read before the interview. فاكرين الأسئلة اللي قلت لكم ركزوا فيها وإحنا بنسمع وبنقرأ الانترفيو علشان نقدر نجاوب عليها؟ Let's answer them now. Number 1. Why is electricity dangerous? Electrician قالت إن هي dangerous. Why? Well, great. Let's see. Because if you get an electric shock, we can't control our body. It can also burn us. Okay, so that's why electricity is dangerous. Electric shock معناها صدمة كهربائية. لو حد لا قدر الله هو بيتعامل مع الكهرباء وما كانش حذر وما كانش فاهم هو بيتعامل معاها ازاي he can get an electric shock. ممكن تحصل له صدمة كهربائية. طب لما بتحصل له الصدمة الكهربائية اللي احنا بنقول اتكهربت دي اوكي طيب لو حصلت له حاجة زي كده وكانت قوية وجامدة شوية we can't control our body. ما بنقدرش نتحكم في جسمنا مش بنقدر نبعد نفسنا عنها اوكي and it can also burn us وممكن جدا ان هي تتسبب في حريق الشخص ده تمام that's why electricity is very very dangerous. طيب number 2 is it easy to become an electrician؟ تفتكروا ان هي حاجة easy وسهلة ان حد يكون electrician؟ of course no. طب why؟ let's see. No, it isn't. It isn't easy to become an electrician. You need to study and practice. You need to study. محتاج ان انت تدرس وتذاكر كويس. And then you need to practice. محتاج ان انت تتمرن وتتدرب كتير جدا عشان تقدر تتعامل مع electricity تمام in a safe way بطريقة آمنة مش خطر. تمام. Number 3. Why is a broken wire dangerous؟ فاكرين ال broken wire؟ قلنا اللي هو الواير اللي بيكون مقطوع. Okay. So is it safe؟ No, it's dangerous. طب why؟ ليه هو dangerous؟ ما ينفعش نتعامل بيه. Great. Because you can get an electric shock or start a fire. لو احنا استخدمنا broken wire تمام زي ما كتير مننا ساعات بيعمل وده طبعا خطر وغلط جدا. لو احنا استخدمنا broken wire we can get an electric shock. ممكن يجيلنا صدمة كهربائية or we can start a fire أو يحصل حريقة. Right? So it's very dangerous and we should be careful when we deal with electricity. Okay? Well, great. Now let's write T for true or F for false. هنقرأ شوية sentences على الانترفيو اللي احنا قريناه وسمعناه من شوية we decide if they are true or false. Okay? Let's go. Number 1. Electricity is very dangerous. True or false? Of course, true. Great. Number 2. You can touch anything electrical with wet hands. ها فاكرين الالكتريشن؟ قالت ايه؟ قالت ان انت you can touch anything electrical. اي حاجة بتشتغل بالكهرباء with wet hands وايدك مبلولة. Can we do that? Of course no, so it's false. False. You can't touch anything with wet hands, okay? Especially if something is electrical. Number 3. Electricity travels easily through water. هل electricity ممكن جدا انها تنتقل بسهولة through water? Yes, of course, it's true. Excellent. Well, number 4. Never put anything into a socket, only use plugs. Okay? Socket, as we saw, the socket المكان اللي بنحط فيه الفيشة. So, never put anything into a socket, only use plugs. بنحط بس فيها الفيشة مش أي حاجة تانية. So, this is true or false? Yes, of course, it's true. Okay? Well, so دلوقتي عندنا كده some information about electricity and how to deal with it. Well, great. Now, let's listen and read another part of the interview with the electrician. Okay? And then we are going to answer the questions. So let's listen and read, please.
Amira, how can we save electricity?
That's a great question. We often waste a lot of electricity. Remember these things. When you leave a room, turn off the lights. If you aren't using your computer or television, unplug it. Use natural light in the day.
Well, now let's answer the questions. Number 1. What do you do to save electricity? To save electricity عشان نحافظ على electricity. What should we do? أو إزاي نرشد استهلاكنا للإلكتريسيتي? What do you think we should do? Well, great. Turn off the lights. Turn off the lights if you aren't in the room. لو أنت مش في الأوضة, turn off the lights. اقفلها. Okay? Number 2. Unplug your TV or computer if you finish them. لو أنت مش بتستخدم TV or computer or any electrical device, أي جهاز بيشتغل بالكهرباء, if you are not using it, لو مش بتستخدمه, unplug it, يعني شيل الفيشة. Right? Well, and use natural light in the day. ملهاش لازمة خالص إن احنا in the morning we have the sunlight and it's very 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 strong and very healthy. So ملهاش لازمة خالص إن احنا نستخدم lights in the morning. Okay? يعني طبعا if we don't need it, لو already عندنا إضاءة كفاية من sunlight, تمام؟ فالأفضل إن احنا ما نستخدمش lights اللي بتشتغل بالكهرباء. Okay? Well, so these are the things that we can do to save electricity. Turn off the lights if you're leaving the room, unplug your TV or computer if you're not using them, and use natural light in the day. Well, question number 2. What does your family do to save electricity? Well, you and your family in your house, what do you do to save electricity? بتعملوا إيه علشان ترشدوا استهلاككم من electricity أو الكهرباء? What do you do? Well, I have a suggestion here. So we turn off the lights when we aren't in the room. Okay, لو احنا مش موجودين في الأوضة, we turn off the lights and we stay in the same room. Well, لو ما فيش حاجة إن كل واحد يفضل قاعد في مكان لوحده, so we stay in the same room علشان نبقى لو هنشغل electricity أو لو محتاجين إن احنا نفتح الإضاءة, okay, يبقى just in one room, not in all the house. Well, so طبعا كل واحد ممكن يعمل حاجات تانية كتير علشان to save electricity. So if you have any other suggestions, لو عندكم أي اقتراحات تانية أو أي حاجة تانية we can do to save electricity, you can write in the comments. Okay? Well, question number 3. What is a good advice in the interview with Amira? تفتكروا إيه هي ال good advice اللي أميرة قالتها؟ advice اللي هي نصيحة. So إيه هي الجود advice أميرة قالتها؟ أميرة اللي هي electrician اللي احنا سمعناها من شوية. So what is the good advice that she gave us? Yes, that we should save electricity. We should save electricity. We should be careful when we deal with electricity, right? Okay. Question number 4 is for you guys. Do you want to be an electrician and why? السؤال ده ليكوا انتوا المرة دي. Okay? So after the interview that we listened and after the interview with the electrician, Amira, do you think that you want to be an electrician? حد فيكم فكر إنه نفسه يكون electrician and why? So please I want you to write the answers in the comments please. Okay? علشان أشوف آرائكم المختلفة في الموضوع ده. Okay? Great. Now let's focus on the most important vocab in our lesson. So please repeat after me. Electrician, electrician, storm, storm, storm زي ما احنا شايفين كده عاصفة. Great. Storm. Lightning, lightning. What else? Electric shock, electric shock. So this is what electric shock do. Yes. Okay. Well, electric shock. Broken wire. This is the broken wire اللي كنت بقول لكم عليه. Broken wire. And it's very dangerous. If you have any broken wire, please don't use it. Wet hands. Wet hands. Hands with water. Wet hands. What else? Socket. Socket. This is the socket. Socket. Plug. Plug. Turn on. Turn off. Turn on. Turn off. Okay? أي جهاز بيشتغل بالكهرباء. Okay? دايما بنلاقوا كده حتى على الأجهزة تلاقي مكتوب on و off. Right? On معناها إن أنت تفتحها. وoff معناها إن أنت تقفلها. فما ينفعش إن أنا مثلا أقول على جهاز كهرباء open and close. لا بنقول turn on, turn off. Okay? Next. Next we have the verbs. Okay. زي ما احنا عارفين دايما الverbs عندنا regular and irregular verbs. First, let's start with the regular verbs. Study. What is the past of study? Studied. Great. We added IED. Then study ends in Y and preceded by a consonant. So study, studied. Practice. Practice يعني يتدرب. So the past of practice, practiced. Very good. Practiced. Okay. We add D only لأن practice ends in E. Well, travel. Travel. Travel بمعنى يسافر. بس هنا في الدرس بمعنى ينتقل. Okay. خدناها برضو قبل كده لما كنا بنتكلم عن seeds. فاكرين؟ Well, so travel. The past is traveled. Great. Traveled. Okay. على فكرة by the way كلمة traveled أنا ممكن أخليها 1L ممكن كمان تبقى double L الاتنين صح. Okay. The next one. Waste. Waste. Waste بمعنى يهدر يضيع. Okay. So waste the past is wasted. Wasted. We only add D علشان هي ends in E. Okay? Well, so these are the regular verbs in our lesson. What about irregular verbs? Get. Get يعني يحصل على. So the past is got. Get. Got. Well, what about burn? Burn يعني يحرق. So the past of burn is burnt or burned. ممكن تبقى نهايتها T burnt أو burned بالإيدي الاتنين صح بس هي في الحالتين regular مش regular. Put يعني يضع. Put the past of put is put the same. Put. Put. طيب what about leave؟ leave يعني يغادر، يمشي، يسيب حاجة، يسيب المكان. Okay, so leave, the past of leave is left. Leave, left. Okay, great, good job. Now I have a note for you. What is this note? بصوا كده، احنا في الانترفيو سمعنا كلمة plug و unplug. المقطع on اللي هو السيلابل ده أو البريفكس ده، البريفكس on لما بزوده في بداية الكلمة بيجيب عكس الكلمة. أوكي؟ زي plug unplug، plug unplug. plug يعني يوصل الفيشة، unplug يعني يشيل الفيشة. أوكي؟ ها عندنا كمان كلمة وعكسها زي turn off turn on، turn off turn on، ولسه موضحينها من شوية. Okay. طيب the important adjectives here. What are the adjectives? Safe, dangerous. Safe وعكسها dangerous. Wet, dry. Wet, dry. Wet لما قلنا you can't use anything or you can't touch anything electrical with wet hands لما تكون ايدك مبللة. Yes, but you can use it with dry hands. Dry يعني جافة ما فيهاش مية خالص. Okay? Well, في عندنا كمان adjectives. Electrical دي adjective لما بوصف حاجة كهربائية، حاجة بتشتغل بالكهرباء like electrical device. okay. وكمان عندنا natural يعني حاجة طبيعية. okay. لما قلنا use the natural light استخدم الإضاءة الطبيعية اللي هي sunlight، إضاءة الشمس أو ضوء الشمس. تمام؟ So these are the most important adjectives we have in our lesson. Well, and now it's time for practice. So let's read and complete with these words. عندنا unplug, wet, dry, shock, turn off. So let's read and complete. Number 1. When you leave the room, space the lights. So when you leave the room, unplug, wet, dry, shock, or turn off. Great, excellent. Turn off. Turn off the lights. So this is number 1. Number 2. Never touch anything electrical with space, hands. Never touch anything electrical with wet hands. Very good. So this is number 2. Number 3. If you aren't using your computer, خلاص you finished with it. So space it. If you aren't using your computer, unplug or dry or shock it. Which one is correct? Great. Unplug it. شيل فيشة. Great. Number 4. Broken wire can get you an electric dry or electric shock. Great. It's electric shock. Okay? Well done, guys. You understand the lesson? Well, great. Now, let's do another exercise. Rearrange the following sentences. Okay? فاكرين لما قلنا في اللسن اللي فات وفي lessons كتيرة فاتت إن إحنا لما بنيجي نكون أي جملة لازم تبدأ بفاعل وبعد كده فعل subject وبعد كده verb. The same وأنا حتى برتب لازم أدور الأول على السبجكت أو الفاعل وبعدها على طول أروح أجيب الverb. تمام؟ يعني مثلا number 1 عندنا dangerous, electricity, is. هو عايزني أبدأ بelectricity يبقى هي دي subject. Well, طيب بعد electricity فين الverb؟ is. Great. يبقى electricity is dangerous. Excellent. طيب number 2. Electricity, how save we can. This is a question. يبقى first I start with the WH word اللي هي how. Well, بعدها I need. Yes, great. I need a helper. So it's can. يبقى how can. How can. Who can. We. Yes, يبقى how can we, and then the verb save. Yes, electricity. So this is the question. How can we save electricity? ما ينفعش أقول we can. Okay, في الquestion دايما بنعكس. يبقى how can we save electricity? Well, number 3, lights off the turn. Okay, أنا هنا هبدأ بالturn. هبدأ بالverb. إيه ده يا مش حضرتك قلتي إن أي جملة لازم تبدأ بفاعل وبعد كده فعل؟ Yes, right. بس الجملة دي imperative يعني أمر. وما دام بعمل جملة في صيغة الأمر في الimperative يبقى أنا لازم أبدأ بالverb على طول من غير أي subject خالص. زي لما بقول لك مثلا open your book أو close your bag أو go to bed أو drink some water. Okay? ففي الحالة دي أنا ببدأ بالverb على طول وهنا ده imperative. تمام؟ أو instruction لأنه كمان instruction يعني تعليمات. طيب يبقى احنا هنبدأ بturn. turn إيه؟ turn off. Great. يبقى turn off the lights. Very good. يبقى this is the sentence turn off the lights. Okay? Easy? Well, let's do another exercise and we need to look and write. So what can you see in number 1? Great, it's a plug. Well, what about this? Socket. Excellent. Socket. Great. Okay. What about this? What can you see? Very good. It's a broken wire. Broken wire. Well, type, do you remember what's this? Very good. It's lightning. Lightning. Okay. Well, type here. What is he doing? Think. Yes, great. It's turn off. Turn off. Okay, turn on, turn off. Well, type, what is he doing? What's this? Great, unplug. Okay, this is unplug. Right? Right. Okay, so that's all for today. يبقى احنا النهارده اتكلمنا عن electricity وعرفنا ان why is electricity dangerous and how to save electricity, how to be safe when we deal with electricity, right?